Welcome to this special program on the first day of January 2023, the inauguration of the 49th governor of the state of Michigan, Governor Gretchen Whitmer, who is entering her second term as the state's chief executive. I am Rick Pluta of the Michigan Public Radio Network, and I'm joined by Zoe Clark of Michigan Radio to bring you coverage of today's inauguration ceremony.
We are live today in the studios of WKAR in East Lansing. Happy New Year. This program is a cooperative effort of Michigan's commercial and public radio and TV stations, brought to you as a community service by the Michigan Association of Broadcasters and WKAR. At the Capitol building in Lansing, the inauguration ceremonies are underway. We are going to bring you live coverage from the steps of the state capitol shortly. It is, of course, the inauguration of Governor Whitmer. We will also see Attorney General Dana Nessel, Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson, and Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist all sworn in today. We are watching right now the state's Supreme Court justices, and we are being introduced here to U.S. Senator Debbie Stabenow. She is taking the podium.
Happy New Year! What an exciting day! Aren't you excited? I can't think of a better way to start the new year than to celebrate this amazing group of Michigan leaders, right? Governor Whitmer and Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist and Attorney General Nessel and our great Secretary of State Benson and all of our wonderful judicial and education leaders. And we can't forget about our brand new majority in the state legislature, led by Speaker Joe Tate and Senate Majority Leader Winnie Brinks. I'm also excited about what this means for the strong partnership our state has with President Biden and our federal delegation. Our country is seeing a renaissance in manufacturing, and we're building that bright new future right here in Michigan. We're seeing the strongest manufacturing growth since the 1950s. Think about that. And we know that when people talk about making things in America, they're talking about Michigan. They're talking about us. And when we bring good-paying jobs home, we're lifting people up and giving them a fair shot to build a good life for themselves and their families. Michigan's future is bright, and that's because of the people here today and all across our great state. It's because of our great leaders that we are celebrating today. People with shared values who care about our future and are willing to work hard to build that future. It's my honor to partner with you on this journey. And now, please join me as we watch a film that celebrates who we are as Michiganders.
So before Governor Whitmer and others are sworn in, we will begin with a short video that was produced by the Whitmer administration. Be coming up momentarily.
What makes a Michigander? It's our spirit. We have grit, and we never shy away from hard work. Even if you count us out, look down on us, or fly over us, I promise you, we will defy your expectations. That's who we are, a state of underdogs. From a rapper from 8 Mile who taught you how to lose yourself in the moment, to the bad boys who showed you that you always play like you're 1 point down. These are the underdogs you may know, but there are millions you don't. They built the American middle class and the automobile with their bare hands. They came with nothing, looking for something. That's what Michigan is at its best. A beacon for anyone who has been counted out or left behind. Defined by hard work. Together, we can build a Michigan that's big enough for all of us and put the world on notice.
We're going to hear now from the two new legislative leaders at the state capitol. We have Democratic State Representative Joe Tate, as well as State Senator Winnie Brinks.
Good morning and thank you. As I look at my colleagues gathered here today, I recognize whether you are a nonprofit leader and the hardworking daughter of Dutch immigrants, a problem-solving engineer, a law dean, a dedicated prosecutor, the governor of our great state, or in my case, the son of a firefighter and public school teacher from Detroit. We are all on the same team, Team Michigan. Team Michigan is ready to seize 2023 and beyond, committed to ensuring families are supported, workers are valued, diversity is respected, rights are protected, communities are strong, the economy can thrive, and our children are safe. I want to thank my constituents for electing me from the 10th House District to represent them in the Michigan House of Representatives, and my caucus for choosing me to lead as Speaker of the House. Thank you and Happy New Year. And I'll turn it over to Senate Majority Leader Brinks.
Good morning. Today is a very good day for our beautiful state. As Governor Whitmer and Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist and other leaders take their oaths of office, a stunning opportunity stands before us to work together like never before, across legislative chambers and alongside the executive branch. It is with gratitude to the voters that have placed their trust in us that we embrace this opportunity to move in unison to improve the lives of the people of Michigan. As we celebrate this powerful moment together, we do so ever mindful that true unity is directly correlated to the strength we draw from the diversity of our great state. With an unprecedented and broad array of ideas, experiences, identities represented in the halls of power, it is a point of great pride that more Michiganders than ever before now have a seat at the table. So today is indeed a very good day. I'm proud to stand alongside Governor Whitmer in a unified commitment to the people of Michigan. I am confident in her strength and courage to meet the challenges and the joys of the task before her. And so, on behalf of the State Senate, I bring heartfelt congratulations to Governor Whitmer and all the leaders here on the occasion of the governor's second inauguration as governor of the state of Michigan. Thank you.
Please welcome the Honorable Jamie Horowitz to administer the oath of Attorney General Dana Nessel.
And so now Democratic Attorney General Dana Nessel is stepping up. This is her second term in office. She's taking the oath being administered by Judge Jamie Powell Horowitz, who's with the 45th District Court in Oakland County.
All right, we got it. I do solemnly swear or affirm to uphold the Constitution of the State of Michigan and the United States Constitution, and to discharge my duties as the Attorney General of the State of Michigan according to the best of my abilities.
I do. Woo! All right. Thank you. All right. Okay. Promised my wife I'd stick to the script. So, spoiler alert, this is going to be super boring. It's been the privilege and honor of my lifetime to have served as Attorney General of this amazing state, which I have called home all my life. Thank you to the voters of Michigan for giving me the opportunity to do it for another 4 years. I pledge to do all I can to represent the state with fairness, compassion, and with dignity, and to continue to search for and to implement every conceivable way to bring justice to as many people as possible. Ever mindful of the commitment to equal justice under the law for each and every person who calls Michigan home. So thank you to my family for all your love and support. Love you guys. Thank you to the amazing staff at the Department of Attorney General. Brilliant and dedicated public servants. Love you guys. And thank you again to the good people of the great state of Michigan. Really looking forward to the next 4 years. Thanks, everybody.
Amazing remarks there from Attorney General Dana Nessel. Next to the podium is Democratic Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson. She's going to be sworn in by Supreme Court Justice Elizabeth Welch. Coming up again to the podium right now.
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this state, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Michigan Secretary of State according to the best of my ability. I do.
Governor Whitmer, Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist, Attorney General Nessel, members of the Michigan Supreme Court, state lawmakers, my family, friends, and distinguished guests. 4 years ago, I stood before you all and declared that it was a new day for democracy here in the state of Michigan. And indeed, it was. I stood before you then alongside my two mentors, the late United States Senator Carl Levin and the late Judge Damon Keith, both of whom are no longer with us. And I committed to each of you and to the citizens of Michigan that as Michigan's Secretary of State, I would work and fight every day to protect every vote, every voice, and our democracy. And did we ever? Over the last 4 years, we carried out the highest turnout elections in our state's history, and Michigan is now a national leader in fair and secure and accessible elections. Our votes are also safe and secure thanks to local election officials and election workers who stand guard over the integrity of our elections every day. Our legislative districts are drawn by citizens in a nonpartisan manner. And we've instilled a new standard and expectation for excellent customer service from our state government, where now everyone, no matter where you live, can be in and out of a Secretary of State branch office in under 30 minutes. We did all of this together, but our work is not yet done. We're in an era of misinformation, and bad actors continue to spread lies about our democracy to advance their own agendas. They seek to silence your voices and diminish your ability to hold your government accountable. But today proves they will not prevail. I stand before you today with the firm belief that every citizen deserves to live in a state where their voices are heard and where truth prevails. Our government works for everyone, where we work together as Democrats, Republicans, and independents to ensure that our state is safe, strong, and free. Because that's who we are as Michiganders and as Americans. In the years ahead, we will fight to recenter our political discourse on the facts and the truth. We will fight to ensure government operates transparently to earn the trust of all citizens. And we will fight to enact stronger protections for the people who make our democracy work, the local clerks and election workers all across our state who stand guard over the integrity of our elections. And we will continue to fight to ensure that every voice is heard and every vote is counted. We're going to do more because I'm a fighter and I'm just getting warmed up. We will emerge from this time, this moment in our history, with a stronger democracy and a stronger Michigan. It is the greatest honor of my life to serve as your Secretary of State. I'm grateful for your trust, your support, for the support of the incredible hardworking staff at the Michigan Department of State, for the support of my family and all of you here. And on behalf of all of you, I'm ready to continue working hard and fighting harder every day in my service to you and in the interests of our state, our people, and our democracy. So thank you. Now let's get back to work.
So we now turn to the swearing in of Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist, and he is taking the oath of office from former Michigan Supreme Court Justice Bridget Mary McCormick. Her resignation from the court took effect this morning as she handed her robe over to incoming Justice Kyra Harris Bolden. McCormick, though, was immediately named an acting Ingham County Circuit Court judge to take part in this inauguration, and they're stepping up to the rostrum now.
I do solemnly swear.
I do solemnly swear.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
And the Constitution of this state.
And the Constitution of this state.
And that I will faithfully discharge the duties.
And that I will faithfully discharge the duties.
Of the office of Lieutenant Governor.
Of the office of Lieutenant Governor.
According to the best of my ability.
According to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Woo!
Good morning, Michigan. It is with both great pride and humility that I return to your service as Lieutenant Governor of the great state of Michigan. My wife Ellen and I thank every Michigander for honoring us with the opportunity to represent our state. To Ellen, the love of my life and the anchor of my existence, I thank you and our children, Garland, Emily, and Ruby, for the courage, commitment, and clarity that you bring to this world every day and that you make sure that I bring to my service. I love you. Thank you, Governor Gretchen Whitmer, for how you work and win for the people of Michigan every single day. Thank you for the confidence that you have in me and the love you have for our people. It is your humble determination that inspires us all. Thank you to every person who put their faith in Michigan's future into action by voting in this election. Whether you voted for us, voted against us, or did not vote at all, we all have this in common. We are Michiganders whose collective pride in this place is more powerful than political divides, whose futures are woven together as the roots of the trees that color and cover this beautiful state. Today is our day of reflection and recommitment. We have come a long way together in these last 4 years, through trial and tribulation. We've taken care of needs and we've taken care of business, triumphing in significant ways. We together have proven that there is no such thing as impossible. Impossible is not a fact. It is an opinion, a shadow of doubt that strangles hope. But the fact is that in this 21st century America, in our magnificent Michigan, there is no great act of goodness that we cannot accomplish together. We have saved lives together. We have strengthened this economy. Recent years have seen the most new small businesses launched in Michigan in a generation by Michigan minds and Michigan muscle. This is a sign of the confidence that our friends and neighbors have in our state's ability to support their growth and success into the future better than any other state can. Now more Michiganders are connected to the internet than ever before, more connected to jobs, more connected to education, more connected to opportunity, and more connected to each other. We are on pace to connect every person in Michigan to the internet before any other large state. And this is a race that Michigan can and Michigan will win. We now together turn Michigan's sand, solder, and sunlight into semiconductors at scale, positioning our best in the world workers and companies to build the next American century, just as Michigan workers and innovators did with automobiles and mobility in the 1900s. Our nation's future will be Michigan made. We are grinding to a halt the cruel churn of a reality where the amount of money you have today determines the heights you can reach tomorrow. And thanks to our collective effort, Michigan's children and adults have greater access to equitable, affordable paths to enhance their minds through education, leading to careers that decrease poverty, increase wealth, and improve quality of life for families. Now, yes, it's true that we have lost, but we also have loved. We've wept and we have worked. Yet circumstance has not stopped us from carrying forward. Indeed, it's our enduring grit and grace that propels us. And we have a once-in-a-generation opportunity to make things happen across Michigan. We can go further. We can deliver more. We can make life easier for those who are struggling to get by. And doing so now will make a difference for decades. Our pledge is as simple as it is profound. We will serve and support the success of every Michigander, every educator and engineer, every artist and entrepreneur, every steel worker, auto worker, and farmer, every parent and child. Know that your success is Michigan's success. We must seize these next several years as an opportunity to truly demonstrate how we as public servants can use the tools and powers the people have given to us to create the conditions for prosperity and equity. There's a role for all of us, working people, the differently able, the public and private sectors, students, members of our tribal nations, philanthropists, and elders. We must meet this moment by choosing partnership rather than partisanship, working shoulder to show how much we can get done when we do it together. In this, the Great Lakes state, shaped by the once frozen and ever-changing waters we are uniquely blessed to steward. It is our rivers that shape how I view the opportunities that the present and the future hold for us all. Our task is to make wide as possible those rivers of opportunity for the Michiganders of today and tomorrow, to help people in every community, in every corner, on both peninsulas of Michigan, stand strong, proud, and tall to be their best selves, to overcome every obstacle, to outcompete every competitor, and to turn their ideas into a better future for all of us. So let us not be small in our imaginations. Let us not be narrow in our relationships, for it is the widest rivers that bring forth the most life. Thank you, Michigan. God bless you. And again, God bless the great state of Michigan.
That was Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist, and Governor Gretchen Whitmer, the 49th governor of the state of Michigan, is going to make her way to the podium. The newest member of the Michigan Supreme Court, Kyra Harris Bolden, will administer the oath of office for the governor's second four-year term. Now, we should note really quickly at the conclusion of the oath, we are going to see and hear a 19-gun salute and flyover.
Please repeat after me. I, Gretchen Whitmer.
I, Gretchen Whitmer.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will support the Constitution.
That I will support the Constitution.
Of the United States.
Of the United States.
And the Constitution of this state.
And the Constitution of this state.
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of governor according to the best of my ability. Congratulations.
Thank you. Now. Hello, Michigan. I am honored to be here, and I am excited to get to work. First, I got to thank my family, my daughters, Sherry and Sydney, my husband, Mark, my dad, Dick Whitmer, who's watching from home, my sister, Liz, brother, Richard, my stepsons, Mason, Alex, and Winston. I could not do this without their love and their support. And I want to thank all of the statewide leaders who are with us today. My partner in governance, Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist, our Attorney General, Dana Nessel, our Secretary of State, Jocelyn Benson. Each has served Michigan admirably over the last 4 years. And I am so grateful to continue our partnership for the next 4. And the same goes for all of the incredible state employees, my cabinet, and my executive office team. I could not do this without every single one of them. And a warm welcome to my friends from the Michigan legislature, the 2 new Democratic leaders who've each made history. Speaker Joe Tate and Senate Majority Leader Winnie Brinks. And I want to welcome House Minority Leader Matt Hall and Senate Minority Leader Eric Nesbitt. Let's work together and continue to move Michigan forward. I want to acknowledge my federal partners, our incredible senators, Debbie Stabenow and Gary Peters, Congresswomen Stevens and Lawrence, who are with us, and our hardworking congressional delegation. And my fellow Michiganders, I am honored that you have put your trust in me to continue leading our beautiful state. I will be a governor for all Michiganders, and I will work with anyone who wants to solve problems and get things done. In November, Michiganders spoke with a clear voice. They want the ability to raise a family without breaking the bank. They want strong protections for constitutional rights and leaders who are focused on the fundamental issues that matter most to their lives. They expect us to embody the values that they live up to every single day, the grit and the grace. They deserve practical problem solvers who can get things done. And let me tell you, Michiganders are smart. We know we face a lot of immediate and long-term challenges, but by working together, we can tackle those challenges. Over the next 4 years, we must do everything we can so we lower costs for families so they can have more money in their pockets to take care of their bills and put food on the table. We need to grow our economy so that every single person can get the skills and land a good paying job. Ensure that every Michigander is safe, going to work, dropping their kids off at school, or simply being home in their neighborhood. We must build up infrastructure for our communities, from the roads we drive on, to the homes we live in, to the pipes that deliver our kids drinking water. Our task is clear. Focus on the fundamentals. Work together and get things done. So let's talk about those fundamentals. What are we going to do over the next 4 years? Well, I'll have a lot more to say in my upcoming State of the State and budget addresses. But I want to share the vision with you here today. Let's ensure that our hardworking seniors can keep more of what they've earned. Let's bring supply chains home to Michigan from China and become an epicenter of innovation, from clean energy to batteries to chips. Let's empower every child, no matter where they live, so that they can pursue their potential by continuing to make record investments in education from preschool to post-secondary. And let's fight for our workers to ensure they can earn a good living, have great benefits, including time with their families, and quality, affordable health care. And let's reduce gun violence, the #1 killer of kids in this country, by pursuing common sense reforms here. Let's repeal outdated laws that limit our freedom to control our own bodies or who we marry. Let's tackle climate change head-on while creating jobs, lowering costs, and protecting our air and our lakes, great and small. If we reach across the aisle and we bring people together in every region and focus on solving problems, we can make Michigan a place where all people can envision a great future, no matter who they are, where they come from, or how much money they have in their pocket. We have a lot of good work to do. I am more confident than ever that our future is bright because of you, my fellow Michiganders, the tough, hardworking people who call this great place home. So how do you know a Michigander? Well, there are a few telltale signs. We show off our hometown with pride by pointing to our hands or our mittens. We have the peninsulas and the Great Lakes on our cars, around our necks, and on our clothing. We rock stormy chromers on our heads and put Carhartt on our backs to keep us warm. We bleed maize and blue, but mostly green and white, at least in this town, right? We were all rooting for Michigan last night, though. We swear by our favorite local craft beer, and we know that the Lions are on their way up. And hey, they've never lost a Super Bowl, right? We know that Michigan is a special place, and we want to make it better for Michiganders today and for those to come in the decades ahead. But what makes a Michigander? It's not any of those things that I just mentioned. It's our underdog spirit and our championship swagger. We are tough, and we never shy away from hard work. Michiganders are competitive. Even if you count us out, look down on us, or fly over us, I promise you, we will defy your expectations. Over the next 4 years, we will dig deep and we will get things done. It's what Michiganders do. We got some famous ones you may know, like a rapper from 8 Mile who reminded us to lose ourselves in the moment. That's right. Or Sojourner from Battle Creek, born into slavery, who fought for liberation and women's equality. Her last name was her legacy, truth. A genre-defining singer from Detroit who told us every single one of us deserves a little R-E-S-P-E-C-T. A young man from Saginaw, born without sight, whose voice lifts our souls. And another from Iron Mountain, who became one of the greatest basketball coaches to ever do it. And Hemingway, one of America's greatest writers, who spent his childhood summers in Petoskey and wrote, "The world is a fine place and worth fighting for." Those are the folks you may know, but there are millions you don't. Centuries of Anishinaabe who fought to preserve their culture and defend the Great Lakes that define us. Generations of families who migrated here from across the country and around the world to escape poverty or violence or just to seek a better life. They built the middle class and the automobile with their bare hands. They saw our spectacular peninsulas as places of possibility. They came with nothing, looking for something. They worked hard over centuries in hopes that their children and grandchildren would have a brighter future with more freedom and opportunity. That's what Michigan is at its best, a beacon for anyone who has been counted out or left behind, the embodiment of hope and defined by hard work. Those of us who are lucky enough to be Michiganders know that, and it's why we love our state. For the next 4 years, our task is to ensure that every Michigander, present and future, can succeed. And our message is simple. We're putting the world on notice that your future is here in Michigan. If you want to have a great quality of life at a good cost of living, your future is in Michigan. If you've got big dreams and an underdog spirit, your future is here in Michigan. And if you want to come together and get things done, your future is in Michigan. I am so excited to get to work. Let's move Michigan forward. So, my friends, Happy New Year. Thank you for being here. Drive safe, and let's go Lions!
All right, come on up, you guys. I think I'm bringing the legislature. Sorry. Okay. All right. All right.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer delivering her final inaugural address as the 49th governor of the state of Michigan. The speech was a lot of looking forward, right? And as even the governor noted, we can expect more details as she delivers her first State of the State address of her second term later this month.